The Friday Morning Rant with Shane Halfyard contains coarse language, adult humor, adult language, adult themes. Generally, not your kid-friendly show. So, if you're not into this kind of humor, fuck off, Jack. You're at the wrong podcast. This is the Friday Morning Jack. Friday Morning podcast on Monday, May 27, 2019. Well, yes, it is Monday. I know, it's early. I do this quite often, but I have decided that after yesterday's show, or not yesterday's show, sorry, Friday's show, I needed to, do something a lot less serious. I got a couple of messages from, some of my loyal followers, all 10 of them. A couple of them said that the subject I talked about, which was domestic abuse, was a bit harsh for what I usually talk about. I usually vent, I rant, I rave, I joke around, and I'm very playful. I do try to talk about serious topics, but I joke around about it. And on this one, I didn't. And that's because I couldn't. That's a really bad topic to joke around about, and I can't do it. Couldn't do it. It just, it was too close to home. It actually was mentally draining making that episode, and the next couple coming up are going to be the same way, because it's going to be around that same subject. So, sorry. That's what it is. So I've decided that when I talk about a serious subject such as that I will have a follow-up show on Monday where I'm just cutting loose, nothing, no real major topics. I'm calling them shooting the shit, all right? That's what I'm calling it. That's what I'm doing with it. And, there we go. But a friend of mine who watches the show listens to the show, should I say. He asked me, he said to me, it sounded like you were mentally drained doing it, like it was a hard subject to talk about. It is, it was, it will always be. Then he said, well, why are you doing it? And I said, well, even if it only helps one person, one person gets a hold of that and says, holy hell, I got to get out of this situation, that's worth it to me, okay? So I'm just shooting blind, hoping that it helps someone, all right? So that is why I'm doing it. That is why I did it, and that is why it is done. All right, my son Ken had a show yesterday. He's in the Filipino community, and he did a dance. I think it might have been a traditional Filipino dance. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't see it because going to the show, I'm almost blind, and trying to watch it would be hard. I wouldn't see it. I figured someone else would appreciate the ticket more than me, so in the spot more than I would. That doesn't mean I don't care what he's doing. I do. And I will go to one of his shows. He's doing a show with the Filipino community at the Playhouse, and his youngest sister will be the two, Cassandra. So I go to that show. That's a big one, and I'll go to that one and I'll watch the whole gala, and then watch, see blurs flopping around on the stage. I don't see anything up there. But I'll be there. And the important thing is that they'll see that I'm there and I'm being supportive. But I just can't go every weekend. It would just I know that I would end up embarrassing by falling asleep. So just couldn't do it. So yeah, their upcoming show is at the Playhouse. I can't remember the date. I'll get back to everybody about that. Those who are my local followers. But I know it's in June. So, that helps, right? So, I collect vintage toys. I love G1 Transformers. I don't just collect vintage. I collect modern toys, too. So I just say I collect toys, right? and I ordered a Titans Return Megatron from Transformers Land, which I like that site. It has a lot of good stuff on there. And I went Saturday to go pick it up. So my daughters went with me, and that's when Ken was dancing. So I decided to he asked sometime if I can make a lasagna. So I made a lasagna. So I went and bought the ingredients. First of all, wow. See, I haven't done the shopping in I don't know, 6 years. So I was pretty surprised when I saw how much making a lasagna costs. Right? Buying the cheese, the bread to make garlic cheese bread. What else? The meat, the noodles, the sauce. That came up to the cottage cheese, all that stuff. Came up to like $40. And I was like, really? $40? Wow. Now, this $40 meal and change fed 5 people. So, it's still pretty good. But I was just surprised. That's all. Again, that's a big chunk of change. Our grocery budget is generally around $200 a week. So I was like, wow. So when I go to make lasagna, I got to start sending her extra money to pay for that. And I'm sure I could have gotten the ingredients cheaper, say at like Costco or something. But to get to Costco and to get back, that would cost cab fare because almost blind. And the cabs now are getting so expensive. It's like, if I have to take a cab to work, it's costing me $10 to get to work. $10 to get back. I mean, I think that's expensive. I don't know, maybe it's not, but it's $20 a round tripper if I was to take a cab there and back. So, that's a lot. That's how I feel, But I made it. It was great. Everyone loved it. My buddy Mark hung out with me, and he was talking to me while I was making it. He brought his boys over, and they were playing with my daughter. So we chit-chatted, and he goes, I wish I could stay, but you didn't make 2 lasagnas. You only made 1. Yeah, Jesus, okay, I made 1. But now he had dinner plans anyway, so we were just, he was just shooting the shit with me, hanging out with me, while his girlfriend and my wife were hanging out at the show. They both went to the show. So that was good. I enjoyed my time with him. He's a good friend. And then, let's see. We started watching TV when they got back. After the kids went to bed, my wife and I were watching TV. Now, I gotta tell you, watching TV with Girly is kind of a hit or miss thing, okay? I can tell when she's not interested in the show that we've picked out. Well, we don't pick out. I keep asking her, why don't you pick a show? Why don't you pick a show? Why don't you do... She never wants to pick anything. She always makes me pick. And then I can tell either she likes it because she's awake. Or she don't because she's sleeping next to me. And what I don't understand is people's obsessiveness with their goddamn phones. Right? I don't have a cell phone. I don't have an active cell phone. I don't use it. I don't care about it. It doesn't matter. But when I did have one, I didn't care about it. But my wife is constantly looking at it. Just constantly. Like when you're hanging out with somebody, isn't that annoying? Like when I had my cell phone activated, right? I still have one. It's not active. Right? If I'm with someone, I didn't look at my phone every 5 minutes to see what's going on. Right? Like if I say one of you fans out there or followers, you and I decide to hang out together, right? And we went to say dinner or getting a drink and just talking, whatever. My mind is on you. I'm not picking up my phone, checking who messaged me, checking this and that. I don't. Now, if it rings, I check it because it could be an emergency. Right? And I tell my wife, when I had my cell phone, I said, don't text me if there's an emergency. You call, because I'm not going to check my text message if I'm out with my friends. Right? It's just not going to happen. So if it's an emergency, call. And I believe in that because emergencies warrant phone calls, people. Right? I absolutely fucking hate text messaging. Okay? I really do. It takes you, 2 minutes to say something that would only taken you 5 seconds to say when you called them. It is a stupid technology. It really is, right? The only purpose I can see for it is if you were trying to get maybe everybody at once, like letting everybody at once know where the party's at or the event is or a schedule change, and then you would hit text and you can like text your whole friends list and hit send. That I can see because that would save time calling everybody. But if you're just chatting by texting with somebody, but my God, people, like the technology is like so reversed. If the chat rooms and the text messages came out first, right? Say, for some reason, in Bizarro World, we had the computer first, and we had like chat rooms and MSN Messenger. I know I just did it myself, or Facebook Messenger and text messages. Say all that was out first, right? Say the phone didn't exist, right? And then say it's 2019 and some guy invented the phone, right? And then it just took off. And it'd be like a guy walking up to his friend, hey, Larry, have you seen this thing called a phone? And they're like, yeah, I've heard about it, but I don't have one. My God, you don't have a phone? It is great, man. You can actually talk to the person. That's what it would be. But for some reason, we've taken the, I guess, the joy of talking to someone out of it. And now it's like, no, I'm just texting. Let's face it, when you're texting somebody, half the time, you ain't talking to anything meaningful. Half the time, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm fine. You, good, click. Right? It's pointless conversations. I think the person that starts texting is fucking bored. That's it. You're fucking bored, so you're texting some other guy who might be busy or doing something, and that guy's watching TV, and he's sitting there, enjoying his time, and then he picks up the phone and goes, fuck, Eddie texted me. Hi, Eddie. I'm fine. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Send a pic. Oh, that's funny. Bah. I mean, it is like, fuck you, Eddie. Stop texting me. That's what I would say. Eddie, you text me again, and I'm going to shit on your porch. Like, just fuck off, Eddie. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, it's just the most ridiculous thing. Right? It is. I guess, I mean, I can see, again, if you're, maybe if texting, I don't know, is global texting free? Like, can you text somebody like, or messaging? I guess the messaging part would be free. Now, I can see my wife if she's messaging like her friends and family in the Philippines, because calling the Philippines is expensive. So that some of these things I can see, but just local stuff. I'm talking like if you're buddies and you live in the same city, fucking call them, all right? Jesus, man. So I mean, I do see some spots for it, but just how it's being used constantly, the way it's being used, is ridiculous. It's like we're losing touch with each other. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm a moron. But I'm just saying, Eddie, stop fucking texting me. I will shit on your porch, Eddie. FYI, I don't know anybody named Eddie. So if there's an Eddie watching this, you don't have to guard your porch. And anyway, so like I said, she's constantly looking at her phone. She's constantly, even when we're at the dinner, she's grabbing her phone. I'm like, honey, put the fucking phone away. Stop it. And then she'll do it. And she gets a little pouty. Like, oh, I don't know why I have to put my phone away. Like, we were just hanging out. Like, because, I could be doing other stuff too, dear. Like, if you don't want to hang out with me and focus on me, let me go do something else. You know? So that happens. Or if we're watching a movie together and she starts dozing off, right? Or a show together. Go, why don't we both go to bed? Oh, no, I want to keep watching. That's not watching. I could be sleeping too. And she's just like, oh, honey, you don't love me. Why are you always picking on me? I'm not picking on you. You don't like the show. Wake the fuck up. Focus. Jesus. But again, she refuses to pick a show that she wants to watch. And I think she's worried that I won't like it. And she doesn't realize is that, maybe I won't. Maybe we should try to find something together. That's fine. I just don't want to feel like this big freaking TV hog. But it's been 5 years. We've been living together since 2013. So it ain't changing. Okay? It's not. Right? It's 6 years. Jesus. Yeah. But it ain't changing. I've accepted it. I've accepted certain quirks and foibles in her, and I'm sure she's accepted a bit from me. Like, I'm just sure of it. I am. I think it's funny. I hope she finds my quirks and foibles funny too. I mean, and if she doesn't, maybe she's planning on leaving me. Maybe she's just waiting to win the big lottery. And if that's the case, she'll never go because we're never going to win. Anyway, back to the thing. We went to the store, got the ingredients, okay? But I can't find nothing. My vision's very poor. I mean, I can, but it would take me a long time. So I brought my 2 daughters with me. And we're at the dairy/cheese section, and I need cottage cheese. So I take a step back. I said, cottage cheese, if someone's along this wall, Eleanor, you find it. And she's like, okay. Yeah, go on. Make with the fine. And this lady, I didn't notice she was beside me, starts laughing. And I kind of turned around and went, oh, hi. Yeah, well, I'm almost blind, and the waiting list for a seeing-eye dog took forever, so I had kids instead. And she was good-humored about it. She laughed, probably looking at me going, okay, he's nuts. And she took a couple steps back and made no eye contact and just kind of left. And then I was interacting with the cashier. The cashier, oh, she's such a little cutie. She's 19, but she looks like a child. Like, I'm not exaggerating. She looks and sounds like a little kid. Like she's like 13. And I said, so I'm going to do the obligatory comment that you probably hear 1,000 times a day, but I got to know, how old are you? She said, I'm 19. I said, oh my God, I'm thinking she's such a cutie. Wow. And then I want to adopt her. So I said that to her. Isn't she a cutie? And Cassandra stand up for her mom. She's like, hey, you're married to Mom, and she's pretty, and blah, blah. And I said, no, sweetie, you misunderstand. I don't think she's pretty like your mom. I said, I think she's a little cutie that I would adopt her and make her your sister. I said, if I'm old enough to be your dad, I'm not interested. It's just one of those things. It's, just, we'll have nothing in common. And of course, Cassandra didn't get half that, so that's fine. That's all right. Anyway, back to TV with Girlie. So I was watching Doomsday Preppers on Netflix. God, I like Netflix. It's a shame that Disney is doing their own thing, because I'll probably have to get the Disney thing, because a lot of stuff is owned by Disney now. I think they're taking over. But anyway, watch Doomsday Preppers. And it's like, if you don't know the show, it's been on for a while, but I don't watch regular TV. I get home at around 10:30 at night, and I just want to watch whatever I want to watch and not decide what's on television. So I just turn on Netflix, I pick something, and I watch it. So I've been watching Doomsday Preppers. And I'm only on the first season. But one guy, he's worried that the poles will shift and that the world will go into anarchy. So he has a compound, and I call it a compound, and all his ammo, all his food, and then they have an escape route and food along the way and to another compound. So it's, and then these experts analyze everything he's doing and they say, this is good, that's bad, and fix it this way. But then they'll go at the end of it and say the odds are that the world will go in chaos if this happens are like, point something percent. I just started laughing because the dude's been spending like 30 years of his life preparing for something that probably isn't going to happen. That's why I love that song by the Bare Naked Ladies, Odds Are. Because at the end they say, the odds are we're probably going to be fine. And I think that. Yes, is climate changing happening? Yeah, it's happening. But climate change is always a thing. We are speeding up the process due to our pollutions. I have no doubt about it. But the climate changes constantly. The Earth is like a living organism. It is constantly changing, shifting, and growing. And we've survived ice ages before. We've survived many other problems before. And we will survive this. Now, do I think we need, as a whole, need to change? Oh my God, yes, of course. I was reading about this one company who has been going in the ocean and going to Garbage Island, getting all these plastics and making roads out of it. And somewhere's in Europe, I think. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I read it. And they just keep doing that. And the roads are actually stronger and more durable, more weather resistant. And it's all from the recycled shit they find in the ocean. And I think that is fantastic. And there's another company who's making jewelry out of it. They go on, they got all these boats out, and they're like cleaning up all the plastics and making jewelry out of it and other recycled stuff out of it. And they're rich now. I mean, they're fucking wealthy. I mean, my God. I'm actually, and I'm not trying to brag here, but I'm actually kind of smart. And, you should see my reading material and audiobook material. I am quite bright. But I must be the most laziest person on the planet because I have no idea on how to become rich, or I have no motivation. I don't know. But I'm like a different type of smart. I retain information. I don't think I am I don't think I'm the type of person that can be innovative or any of that stuff. I just don't think it's me. But these guys, they said, oh, hey, let's make some jewelry out of plastic. We'll sell it, and we'll clean the ocean. And that'll be our marketing pitch. Hey, yes, this is just plastic jewelry. It's not anything real fancy, but if you buy it, it's because we took it out of the ocean. So you're actually helping Earth when you buy our jewelry. And people are like, yeah, we'll do it. It's done. Fuck me, Freddy. Holy hell. And I'm not putting these guys down. No, I wish I was that innovative. Okay? So, bully for them. I ain't knocking it. I'm jealous. That's what I am. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Now, I'm looking online constantly on how to earn some extra money. I would love to find some sort of online work. And the reason why I'm looking for online work is me and my wife, we've been renting this house since 2013. And it's not really a bad house, but it's an old house. And for example, okay, here in Canada, we pay, you pay for your hydro, your power, right? And our power bill, if we didn't go on something called equalized payments during the winter, would be $800, $900 a month, because this building we're living in is like 120 years old, and the heat just going out of it, right? So we go on equalized payments, and we're paying $560 a month, between $560 and $570 a month, every month. And at the end of the year, we still got to pay the power company a little bit of extra money, right? Leftover money. That's an insane amount of money for heat, right? We thought we were getting this great big deal because there's so many of us, we took that be fruitful, multiply a little too seriously. And we needed this 7-bedroom home. And we were getting it for $900 a month. And we were like, holy hell. But we made the mistake. We didn't look into, because, well, I didn't know you could, first of all, that you can go call your power company up and you can say, oh, I'm thinking about renting this home. What is the average power bill like? And then they'll tell you. But to be honest, I think even if I'd known, we still would have taken this place, because there's not a lot of, houses like this for rent that's, that we could have afforded, especially the location. Like, we're in a downtown area where, like I said, I'm almost blind. I can walk to everything. I can walk to the grocery store. I can walk to, well, there are 2 grocery stores I can walk to, like within reasonable walking distance, right? There's a convenience store. Downtown has all kinds of shopping. There's the small little mall downtown if I need to go get something there. There's a bus stop where I can get to work, relatively close, just a couple blocks away. So, yeah, it's the best location I could possibly hope for. So, I'm all right. Like, the landlord takes a little time to fix everything. Like, our roof has been leaking for years and they're still not fixing it. And, sometimes we have mice. And I'd get a cat, but the road we're on is so busy that I'm afraid if the cat got outside, bam, hit by a car. But I'm still considering it. I'm on the fence. I don't know. Maybe if I can get a free one. Who knows? One that will, help get rid of the mice. It's not a big epidemic of mice, but we do have mice. And we get rid of them. We set up traps and we catch them and we get rid of them. But, all the time we got mice. It's the way it is. It's how it is. Nothing much I can do about that. We're working on it. But yeah, like I said, these doomsday preppers, holy hell. Some of them are just outrageously crazy. Like the stuff they're doing. Like this one girl, she's worried, I think it was the oil running out. And that the whole world will go into chaos. So she's like working out all the time, learning to fire her guns and she has all these things stashed around the city, and she's like, and she's like working out, and she's hitting the gym, and she looks into the camera. When the world goes into chaos, I'll be in better shape than you. Okay, that's nice. And she has all this stuff. Okay, now if you're gonna be one of these doomsday preppers, why are you on TV? Okay, you're telling us what you're doing. Right? At that point, you're just stocking up for somebody who's a lot meaner and badder than you are. That's just going to shoot you in your face and take your shit. Like if I was going to be a doomsday prepper, nobody would know. No one. If I had like a secret bomb shelter that you had to pull on 2 books to open the secret passageway for, and then we go down the steps and open the door and we seal the vault and we have like everything we possibly could need for 10 years. None of my fucking neighbors would know about it. I wouldn't be on TV. I wouldn't be bragging about it. I wouldn't even tell the kids. I would just say, when the shit hits the fans, kids, get over here. We may as well be together. And when they show up, I go, boop, boop, boop. And then we go downstairs. Yeah, fuck them. We're living free down here, baby. And that would be that. There would literally be no one that would know about it. Obviously, like the contractors, but I don't think they would go around telling anybody. I would really hate to, that's another thing. If you're a contractor and you're building the bomb shelters for these people, you pretty much know where to go. So you can just show them, hey, Ed, remember when I gave you that deal? Yeah, remember when I charged you like 30% less for the concrete? Well, pay up, buddy. We're here. Let us in. The whole world's going to shit. Come on, let us down there. Because, you can't be like the olden days where you, killed all the workers that knew about it. So, yeah. I don't know. I subscribe to the thing don't worry about it. So then you can do about it. Nothing at all. We live in a downtown area where we live near a dam, right? And if the dam broke, it would flood the downtown area. There's nothing you could do about it. You would have, I think 6 minutes to get to the top of the hill, right? To get out of the flood zone, area. And my wife was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And I said, honey, that dam's been there for years and years and years. They're constantly doing maintenance on it. And in the end, what can we do? Nothing we can do. If it's going to end, it's going to end. What can we do? It's gone. You know? We just, hold our kids, tell them we love them, and, that's it. That's all we got time for. So there's no point worrying about it. So I don't worry about shit like that. There's no reason to. I also watched this video. This will be the last thing I rant about, I promise. Because I know I'm all over the place today. But that's what this is about. This is just, goofing around. And it was How I Bought a House for $0 by Graham Stephan. Stephan? Yeah, I think it's Stephan. Anyway, I'm going to have the link put up. But anyway, I'm going to talk about this in a quick fashion. If you want to watch the video, you can watch the video. He is in real estate. And he bought the house for, he bought the house for $580,000, he said, right? He paid upfront of $100 and some thousand, and he invested like $80,000 in the repairs. And then he went and got another loan from a different bank once he found out what his house is now worth. So his house went from $600,000 to being worth $900,000. So then he got like a $600 and some odd $1,000 loan. He paid off the old loan with it, and then got $100 and some odd thousand cash back into his account. He then did it again for I can't remember. Yeah, he did it again a second time, and then he received another $80,000 cash back and paid off the older loan. So he ended up having a $675,000 mortgage that he's paying off. Right? Well, I mean, the way he was going into detail and he was explaining himself, and this is one of those things where now I got to do more research about real estate, because he basically got all his money back that he invested in it. So it was a $0 down payment, but he didn't, the way he said it was, he didn't get the house for $0 though, right? He's saying he just worked about it, and after a year, he got all his money back that he invested in it. But still, the way he worded it for the title was kind of like clickbait, I think. Because he still owes $675,000 to that bank. Like, he still has a monthly mortgage. So it really wasn't, he didn't get a house for $0, right? He just worded away so we'd watch the video. But I think what he did, it kind of made sense to me. Like, he did make all the investment money back. He's just got to pay it all. He's kind of paying off his loan again, or paying off his mortgage. But he's living there. It's a duplex. He's happy with it. So I don't know. But he's a real estate expert, I imagine. Like, he really knows his shit. So I'm gonna have to look into this. But anyway, I listened to it. I understood. I would say probably about 60% of it, and the other 40% I am going to learn about. Because that would be something interesting to do. Don't you think? It'd be kind of neat if you do it. But, I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking for work online. Work at home. My mother and I, we went to a seminar on our reservation. And this guy was talking about how you can work at home and for this company. And I started asking questions, right? And I said, okay, so it's a job, and he showed the equipment we're going to need. I said, well, how much do you have to pay for the equipment? He goes, nothing. Because you're not paying us anything. We're paying you. Right then and there, I already knew that this guy's legit, right? Because the moment the company says you need to invest money into it, it's not a job. It's a work at home business, and I don't recommend that, not unless you're really, really motivated. So I started going, well, that'd be great. Well, what do we need? He goes, well, you need your own internet access and a copper line, like a landline, not something that's done over the internet. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to look into it. So I called my provider and I said, hey, we have internet here, but I would like a separate internet account for my office / bedroom. Could I do that? And she goes, yes, we can put in an extra internet line just for that. I said, no one else will have access to it, because that's one of the conditions. You can't stream video and stuff while you're working this job. And she goes, yes. I said, could I get a copper line? She looked into it. She goes, no, we don't do that no more. We're all fiber op. Oh, balls. Because I would have been working, if I'd gotten that job, I would have been working 12-hour days. But it's something I would do, and I'm trying to do, because me and my wife want to buy our own home. And I have all this free time from like 7 in the morning till noon before I have to go to my other job. So I'm trying to find ways to fill it. So I'm hoping I can find something. Really am. Because we would love to get a house within a few years. Right? Something we'd love. And ideally, we'd like to get a house where it has a garage and a finished basement. And the garage and the finished basement would be my areas, where the garage is where I'd lay down some mats, go back to teaching Kung Fu and Sambo to my pals. And the finished basement is where I'd put gym equipment. So I wouldn't have to find a way to get to the gym anymore. Because I'm a big fat fuck and I need to lose some weight. Right? I really am. I'm 335 pounds. Well, 325 now, I believe. I lost 10 pounds so far. So, yeah. That's that. So I'm, like I said, big fat fuck, need to lose weight. And I'm working on it. But I would love to have a home gym. Like, not like a Bowflex or something like that. Like a real gym. Like with weights and, some machines. Like really invest in this. But that'll take time. And I believe that you can have everything you want in life. You just can't have it all at once. So you work for it and that's it. Anyway. If I put a smile on your face, hit that like button. Share this podcast if you feel it's worth sharing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because like I said, I really would love to make this channel grow. Actually, I would love to make this my job. So if you want to help me fulfill my dreams, subscribe, share, like, all that fun stuff. The contest is still going on. If you want a chance to win a $25 gift card of your choice, I have one at the end of every month, a draw. All you have to do is, like I said, subscribe. Leave a comment down below saying that you're a subscriber and suggest a topic idea or make a comment. And that's easy. You're in the draw. I'll read it online, on one of the podcasts, and I will, if it's a topic, I'll research it and talk about it. You can also contact me by email at shanehalfyard@hotmail.com, and that's when you can also say you're a subscriber, make your comment, show idea, suggestion, whatever. You can call me an asshole. If I read on the air and you're a subscriber, you're in. All right? And at the end of the year, if you don't win the monthly draw, you will be automatically put into the end of the year draw, where I will give away a $100 gift card of your choice. So, on that note, I'm out of here. Talk to you Friday, this upcoming Friday. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.